Well, this is just about the last place I expected to be today. We're back in Salem, Massachusetts, of all places, home to the famous historical Salem witch trials. And of course, there's memorial to the victims of those trials, and pretty much the #1 Halloween destination for all of New England, where we've been for a couple of days. Well, actually, we've been in New England for a couple of days, mostly up in New Hampshire. We were going up there to see the leaves. We're staying in a cabin up there. Long story. And because we filmed a heck of an adventure here in Salem last year, I thought, well, there's really no reason for us to go back this year, is there? But I guess I hadn't reckoned on Allie, because as soon as we were in New England, she's like, you know where I want to go? To the capital of spookiness, good old Salem, which, as you can see, is quite busy today. I was thinking in my head, you know what? It might not be that bad. It's a weekday. And last year when we were here, it was crazy busy because it was the day of the Halloween parade, sort of the kickoff to the whole season. But then we pulled into town today and all the parking garages were full. All we could find was a 2-hour spot. I'm thinking, what the heck is going on here? And that's when Allie realized, wait a minute. Today is the Halloween parade this year. And so once again, we've stumbled into Salem right when the whole fiesta is kicking off out here. Only this time, instead of having a hotel room in town and having all day to wander around, we've got 2 hours out here. So we've got to make them count. Look at this, dude. What a fun one. Look at all the people out here. So much is going on. You got the world of wizardry over here. Look at that. You've got souvenir t-shirts everywhere. I love this one. Disneyland for the dead. Nice. There are spooky photo ops everywhere. Look at this guy taking pictures with tourists for tips. He has the most elaborate photo op I have ever seen on the side of a street. That is insane, dude. Look at the people lining up. Photo after fun photo. I've got to get in on some of that fun pic action later on. Then, of course, look at this. You got people dressed up like the Sanderson sisters. There's Jack Skellington over here. And, of course, the Hocus Pocus stuff is a perfect fit because you remember last year, we checked out almost all of the filming locations from the original Hocus Pocus scattered around Salem, including this one, the Old Town Hall. Ooh, look it up in the window. That's terrifying. It really is Disneyland for the dead. There's characters everywhere out here. You got stores selling all kinds of wicked paraphernalia. There are street musicians. There are wax museums, some of which you can film, and we did last year. Some you can't, like Count Orlok's here, which we did visit. It was awesome inside of there. I forgot just how much there is to do, and there's so much to do and so little time, which is why Allie's actually back there at the Witch City Mall, getting herself something she's wanted for days. Hot food. Like I said, we've been staying up in a cabin in the mountains, and everywhere we drive, up in the leaves, up in the forest, all the tiny little towns are apparently summer places. So this is the first time in days we've been anywhere near a pizza place we know would be open. She ate in here last year. She got a slice of pizza, and she absolutely loved what she ate. So the second we got anywhere near Salem, she was like, oh, pizza. Oh yeah, this is the spot right here. All you have to do is look for Freddy Krueger. Oh my gosh, the place is bumping. Every ghoul and goth and goblin in Salem is in here. Oh, look at that. All that time I was out on the streets and she just got the pizza. Nice. Sweet. Oh yeah, it's been days and days without any kind of food like that. You stoked? Yeah, happy girl, happy wife, happy life. Look at this, even the devil himself likes this pizza.
Yeah, it's good.
Of course, it's not all just pizza in the Witch City Mall. You got the witch teas over here, the witch pinks, the psychic fair, another witch store with crystals, creepy seances. I don't think I want to know about my destiny. And then the thing that was our absolute favorite attraction in Salem last year, the International Monster Museum, where yes, you are allowed to film. Hey, the Grinch! I mean, I guess he's a monster. Oh yeah, we liked this museum so much last year. We didn't just do it once, we did it twice. What a fun one. Spooky monsters. It gets even spookier when you head inside because they give you a lantern to see by, which means it's super dark in here. Look at Nosferatu and all these other vampires. I cannot overemphasize just how dark it actually is in here. And it's not just like a wax museum. Things move in here at unexpected times.
That's scary.
Yeah, spooky. Yeah, I honestly forgot how scarifying this all is. Oh, I know something happens here, but I can't remember what. No, werewolves! Oh. And then right when you're clear of the werewolves, you're right into the whispering ghost section. that's not scary at all. Yes, it is. Run for your life, Allie, run. Oh my gosh. So scary. Oh my gosh, there's things in the dark I can't even see with the naked eye. Dude, I love this so much. And I also fear it so much. What even is that thing? Is that the Mothman? He's after our catalytic converter. Look at these little creeps over here. You got the Slender Man. Watch out for the Slender Man. Oh, and the Crooked Man. I didn't even notice him.
He's so scary.
He is scary. Let's get out of here. I forgot we only have 2 hours till we get towed away. Oh, it's my mommy. Oh, look at this guy here. Whoa! Thank God that happened after I walked by, dude. Stop laughing! One day you're gonna die laughing! Oh, literally, we're in the cool section now. Look, it's Rob Zombie! Oh, and then we got old Nick. We got all these things. Oh, I seriously thought that was a person that was about to move. That would have been new. And would have been uncool. I thought that was a person for sure.
It's so scary in here. It looks like their eyes are moving.
I thought that was a person in the costume. I thought it was everybody's mother-in-law. Whoa! Oh my gosh, I'm glad they walked through first. Look at that. We got the scariest thing. Look at this bug right here. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then look at that. The Demogorgon's in here. Was that here last year? I don't remember the Demogorgon.
I think it was.
Oh boy, and then here is my favorite. We got Mr. Hyde, and then right across from him, Dr. Frankenstein and the monster himself. Doesn't that look a little bit like Peter Cushing? It's like an homage to Hammer Dr. Frankenstein a little bit. Governor Tarkin. I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board. Yeah, dude, this place is so fun. We need one of these in Anaheim. Maybe Tom Devlin can help me build one. Freaky. Weird. Last but not least, it's like the Game of Thrones section. Calm down! Calm down! Oh, the Grim Reaper! He's after you! Whoa! Whoa! Careful, Al! Oh my gosh. I love this attraction. It was perfect to visit because it's short and sweet and scary. Well, if the question is 2 hours enough time in Salem? And the answer is definitely not. It's not enough at all. It's still worth coming here for sure, even if you only have a short time. But there is so much to see and do here, including so much we didn't see last year, that if you want to feel like you got the full experience, you're gonna need at least a day or two. Halloween time with these kind of crowds, maybe a week or two. Matter of fact, I just heard somebody a few minutes ago saying, isn't it nice the light crowds at the moment? And they are correct, because later today, right before that big Halloween parade, and especially at night tonight during the parade, these streets will be absolutely packed. I mean, wall to wall with people. What the heck? This is taking the Disneyland of the Dead thing way too far. Look at Mickey Mouse is angry. Quick, give him a tip so he's not so angry. Oh, there we go. Nice to see you, Mickey. See you later. See you at home. This guy's lost his head. Wait a minute, no he hasn't. He's got it right there. Nice. Oh my gosh, there are crowds of witches and warlocks everywhere trying to get into all the spooky shops. Like Diagon Alley here, they have so many witch supplies. All I can think is, which supplies do I need? Probably these ones. Probably these ones. I'm a little bit of a jester, you know? Cannot believe the odds that the one day we would randomly come to Salem, it's the parade day again. So busy. Well, I guess actually it's not too bad today. It just feels extra busy because we've been out in the woods up by Lake Winnipesaukee where there is no sound at all at night and no people anywhere. All right, Allie really wants to do a little bit of shopping because we're running out of time here. She wants to go to a place she only got to look at briefly last year. There are a heck of a lot of spooky shops out here in Salem. But this one last year made me by far the most uncomfortable and yet impressed me with its sheer size. Look at the size of this weird black craft store. It is terrifying. Clearly an old bank. Scary. I believe it used to be the first merchant's bank or something like that. Now it's the First National Bank of Satan. Scary merchandise, scary people everywhere. So much creativity. Who are these pants for? Who needs a Ouija board so bad? You have to have one on your pants when you're going to McDonald's. Spooky. That's Casper, the unfriendly ghost. Seriously though, look at the size of this place, even if you're not into the clothes or the designs, and I'm not quite sure that I am into it. You've got to be impressed just by the sheer scale of this building. Wild. Dude, and it's insane that they still have the bank vaults in here. Look at that. That is nuts. Oh my gosh. Weird. Oh, look at this. They got a handy hook. You can hang up your broomstick before you go into the changing room. Most of the stuff really isn't my thing. Most of it really isn't Allie's thing either. But when in Rome, when in Salem, do as the owl thing does. Somebody ship me some holy water. Oh man, all this time, I didn't even notice. Edgar Allan Poe was in here. So he's responsible for this. Oh, how could you? Oh, thank goodness. Allie's headed back into the light. All right, we'd love to go see the witch house. We'd love to go back into Harrison's. The comic shop's pretty cool. Heck, I'd love to stay for the parade. The parade was a lot of fun. But we only had 2-hour parking, so bare minimum, we're gonna have to head back and at least move the car. And then for all we know, we might have to leave Salem for today anyway. I mean, considering we weren't even gonna come here at all on this trip, I think we did pretty good. To make a long story short, the reason we're back in New England at all is because last year, right after we left, a super nice person who saw that video sent us a letter and said, hey, I don't know if you were serious or not about someone loaning you a cabin, but I've got a cabin up in New Hampshire. I'm like, I'm always serious. So with a free place to stay, to come up and see all the leaves, it was worth saving up for the plane tickets and coming back out here again. Once we got here, we were actually thinking, hey, maybe we could stay in Salem for a couple of days. Then we saw the hotel prices. Holy moly, if there's any availability at all, which there isn't. And of course, as soon as Allie posted a picture from up here, everyone's like, come to Connecticut, come here, come there. Hey man, if we had a place to stay, we'd go see more stuff. But this time, we're just up in New Hampshire for a few days, and now, of course, thanks to Allie, Salem for 2 hours. Times are tough for everybody right now, and when times get tough, you know, Patreon gets tight, all that stuff winds down, merch. So things get pinched for us as well, but it's ironic because sometimes, when I say sometimes, I mean actually quite often, when I leave a place, somebody will hit me up like, hey man, I actually have an Airbnb there I would have let you use or whatever, and I never hear about it beforehand. But this time it worked out perfectly. All right, you happy?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta head back to the car now and see what's going on. The only thing now is, which way do we go? Get it? Sorry, that was a really corny joke. I like Salem. It's a cool town. I'd actually really like to come here in the summer or something like that, when it's less crowded, because I like to get into history and stuff, and there's a lot of history in Salem, but the crowds are everywhere. Oh, irony of ironies. We were able to find another spot after all for another hour or so, right in front of our friend Kevin's shop, Partridge in a Bear Tree, which by the way has a lot of cool Halloween stuff inside, even a West Coast Haunted Mansion. What a fun one. That means we get a little bonus time, which of course Allie is very happy about because she actually wanted to go up, well, after a quick visit to our other friend's store, Coven over here, to the mall again, because there was another store she wanted to see, but we didn't know where it was until now. And of course, it was back where we already were, working without a net here, people. This is the most chaotic adventure ever. Look at this. They're moving all the barricades here to block off the streets for the Halloween parade tonight. Nice. And if you want to know what that's like, please refer back to last year's video on this channel. Oh, Salem. I forgot how fun you were. A very self-aware town, full of puns. Coming from Southern California, we're always amazed at how old the buildings are out here. And of course, the different wildlife on this coast. If we get to come back next year, or maybe the year after, I'd love to stay over there in the Hawthorne Hotel. Supposedly it's haunted, but then again, with buildings this old, what isn't? Gosh, every nook and cranny of this place has got something going on. Look at this, ghost tours everywhere. There are wand stores, museums everywhere. This one was really fun last year, the Halloween Museum. Walking tours and trolley tours. There are saxophones out here. Look at that. And then somehow we're back at the mall again. All right, I think we found it on the back side of the mall. This is the place she wanted to see. Whew. Oh, I guess it makes sense. Oh, wow, I see why you wanted to come in here, Allie. This is much more your speed and my speed. Look at that. I remember when I had that haircut. And those leggings. Hey, I need some pants like that. I like how the Home Depot skeleton was too tall, so they just have him holding his own head. Creative. Whew, man, whoever owns this place really likes Iron Maiden, dude. All right, Allie, found her shoes, the exact ones she wanted. Perfect timing to find that bonus parking spot. You know, to be honest with you, even though darkness really isn't my thing, I do like Salem. I like all the buildings and the architecture and the stories. And it's cool being out here this time of year. I like getting in the spirit, pun very much intended, of the season. It's kind of fun and kind of spooky. Look at this graveyard here, right in the middle of the town. Imagine that being the view out of your living room window. Awesome. I like New England. I definitely feel a little bad though, this being my second time ever out here and still never having done a walking tour or anything. I gotta meet up with someone out here and get all the history, you know? That's what I like to do normally. But for having 3 hours, this wasn't a bad day at all. All right, we're gonna get out of here now. We've gotta hit the road. We've got other things to see. This was sort of off the cuff, but we have other adventures to have here in spooky New England. So for now, 3 hours later, we've done our duty. Time to go home to the New Hampshire woods. Sleep well. Thank you to all of the patrons out there who have joined Patreon. Thank you for checking out the merch and all the links down below. Thank you for watching this video, giving it a like, sharing it, doing all those things. Smash the like. We really appreciate you. All right, see you next time. Thank goodness. Allie's, oh, I was gonna say she's headed back into the light. Look at this, look at old Frankenstein's.
I think we call it Bob.
Oh, I forgot about that. Hold on. Hello, Allie editing or me editing? Lobster.
Oh my gosh, look at all them frickin' tourists, frickin' lobsters, frickin' dinner rolls.